Good morning, good morning. I hope you are all well. I have to say I'm like really happy with the look this morning. Like, yeah, you look very diced, very lean, very sharp, and I'm not surprised that obviously, I mean look, if yesterday was your hardest day, obviously it was like what, 11 days out, and we only got one proper leg day left, right? So your leg day on Sunday or on Saturday is going to be your last kind of like full send, and even with that, like, I don't want you to be an idiot in that session. Like, don't do anything that's potentially going to absolutely put you in a hole. But after that, the sessions are going to be kind of like pulling back a little bit. We're going to be devoluming. Obviously today's your last Stairmaster session as well, and even from Saturday, Sunday, we're going to start pulling steps down. So today we can do normal steps, tomorrow normal steps, and then from Saturday 12k steps, and then it will be kind of slowly coming down throughout the week. But yeah, really pleased with this morning. So enjoy your last cardio session. I'm not going to say of prep, because I don't know if it's going to be the last one of prep fully, but enjoy the last one for at least, 2 weeks? And yeah, go and smash it, okay? Good morning, how are you? I hope you're having a nice Thursday, and now that you have woken up whenever you're listening to this. So, thank you for sending over the labs. So, hey Jess, how are you? I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday and that everything's all good with yourself, and thank you so much for your check-in for this week. So obviously this week we had a bit of travelling, but still managed to kind of get all your sessions done, still have some good productive sessions, and obviously, when you're in different gyms and stuff like that, I always just kind of say the same thing, is like, try to just find similar movement patterns, right? So like you know yourself, like a squat is a squat, whether it's like a barbell or a Smith machine or like a machine kind of base squat, and then just try and select a load that's going to be somewhat challenging, and then just do the prescribed amount of sets. So if you have 2 sets, just do 2 hard sets. Like, if you find your reps are a bit higher or a bit lower, don't overthink that too much. Just make sure the actual like quality of the set is good and the intensity is there, okay? Hello and welcome to the Your Gym Big Sister podcast. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you happen to be listening to this.
What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. You join me on Thursday, the 11th of September. And I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are, wherever you happen to be tuning into. As you can see, it's been good, busy, productive morning. Had some check-ins to do, podcast recorded, lots of my prep girls who are checking in, whether they're prepping for their shows, which are next weekend. Holy moly, 10 days out from my PCA first timers gals, and then obviously we're kind of 2 weeks out from the Marbella photo shoot as well. So yeah, lots of people checking in daily, lots of people just really gearing into these last final stages of prep, kind of starting their peaks, starting to back off from expenditure and get ready for next week, which I'm so excited. Friday next week I travel to Birmingham, and I literally can't wait. Of course, I'll be bringing you guys along with me for all of that, to show you my gals just shining up on stage. Updates on me: it's been a fine week. My body weight did decide once again, hey, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go up. So last week I was kind of sitting at like 143, and then Monday and Tuesday I was 144, and then Christian was like, just let me know what your body weight does, and it jumped up to 145.4 yesterday and 145.2 today. So I texted him and I was like, I sent him a fucking picture. It was like Oliver Twist with the please sir can I have some more, and I changed it to please sir can I have some less food, I am fat. So he did pull my food down again. So he just took away 50 carb, so I'm still on like fucking 400 carb on a training day, 325 on a rest day, I do believe, which is still loads of food. Like, and you know, at the end of the day, like when it comes to being in a building phase and growing muscle, like, yes, we do want to see that weight going up over time. However, there is only so much muscle you can build, right? Like, I'm not building 2 pounds of muscle in a week, which means a lot of that is going to be body fat. And again, yes, you're going to gain some body fat in a building phase, like you need to, but also it's a balance, right? Like, as long as you're eating enough food to facilitate good training performance, that's the most important thing. And like, you shouldn't be just chasing that scale weight going up. And for me personally, like 2 pounds in a week is just too much. Like, at this stage of my training career, I just don't need it to go up that fast. Like, I'm not getting anything from it going up so quickly. And especially right now, like, I'm not running any like androgens, I'm not running any kind of anabolics. I'm like optimized natty, right? So it's like, it's just fat that I'm going to have to diet off. And at the end of the day, I have to diet next year anyway for my wedding. So it's like, if I can just minimize the amount of fat I put on now, it's going to make for a shorter and easier diet at the beginning of next year. So I'm more than, you know, happy to have my food pulled down. Like, my appetite is fine. As long as my training still progresses, I'll be happy, you know? And again, like, sometimes this happens, you know, sometimes you do just overshoot it a little bit. Like, I needed my weight to go up and my food to be where it was to get my cycle back and get recovered. I am recovered now. So it's like, now we can just kind of like play it a bit slower. So I kind of said to Christian, like, ideally, I'd love to kind of get to max 150 by the time my surgery happens, which is 8 weeks from tomorrow. So I think like 5 pounds in 8 weeks, that's like the max I would want to gain. Obviously I have a lot of travel coming up, and to be honest, I know me, I actually tend to like lose a bit of weight when I travel, so I'm pretty confident I'll be able to do that, because I'm still going to be on it with food, still going to be really active, like still going to be hitting all my training sessions. Then do my surgery, kind of, obviously my weight won't stay at 150 because I'm going to have some titties in my body, but maintain that kind of like body composition through the recovery from November, December. I am going to Dubai in December, so like I might gain some weight then. But again, it won't be much. Like, I won't be like going and taking the piss. And then I'll start my diet from January, or as soon as Christmas is over, realistically. And then from there, it's the wedding diet. So like, if I can kind of hold around that like 150, we'll say like 152, 153, I'd only have like 10 to 12 pounds to lose between January and February for my dress, because the fittings start in January and then March is like the final one. But we also have our legal wedding in March on the 6th. So I want to be finished dieting by then, because obviously going to enjoy it. And then the goal will be between the legal wedding and the real one. Well, technically the legal one is the real one. Between that and like the actual, the wedding here in Marbella, if I can just maintain, chill around wherever I am, have the wedding, and then as soon as the wedding's done, straight into off season and literally get as massive as I can across the rest of the year. You know, like, we will be going back on cycle and everything like that. Like, between now and then I won't be, because there's literally no point. But that's kind of like my vision for the next like 6 months. I just said that to Christian, and he was like, yeah, 100%, like that sounds like a good plan. So yeah, that's kind of the goal now, is sort of like max 150 and then like 10 to 12 pounds. I mean, I can do that in fucking 2 weeks if I really need to, but I'll have like 8 weeks to do it. So I know myself, as soon as I start dieting, I'm going to feel so much better, because for me, it's like my midsection. I know I'm fucking a broken record there, but like, as soon as I start dieting, that does get really lean. So I'll feel good then. But yeah, that's kind of like the updates on me. So 400 carb on a train day, 325 on a rest day. Nice and simple. Like a good amount of food to be like satisfied, but not super, super full. And it's just interesting, like, I don't really know why my body's been like that when it was like barely gaining on 525 carb before, but sometimes the body does weird things. I am getting my bloods done this Saturday. I was going to get them done a few weeks ago, but then I got my period, so I was like, well, I'll wait until it's around day 21. So Saturday will be day 21 of my cycle. As usually, if you're getting blood work done, you want to get it about 7 days before you bleed. Now, obviously, I don't know if I'm definitely going to get my period the week after next, but it's still going to be good to just get a gauge and like see. And obviously, hormones aren't the only things that I'm checking, just to see how I am doing post prep. Aside from that, I'm going to take you along to the gym with me today. I've got legs. I can't remember the name of the session. I know I have the pendulum, so I'm excited to get back on that, because obviously I did 3 plates last week, so it'll be nice to kind of do that again, solidify that. And then I've got some calls and other bits and bobs. So I'll show you guys about my food a little bit just to show you what I changed. So as always guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give it a like, give it a comment, tell me if there's anything you want to see, and I will catch you probably at the gym because my breakfast is not going to change. right, that is the session done. She's definitely sweaty enough, guys, sweaty enough. And obviously I look like a fucking egg because the sweat, like, the more the temperature drops, the prettier I will hopefully feel. Fingers crossed. I am glowing up a bit this week before I head on my travel, so I'm getting my hair done on Saturday, lashes done next week. I did tint my eyebrows yesterday. I have to say, just tinting my eyebrows, I was like, I look so much better already. So reminder to me, actually do that every fucking week, idiot. Anyway, strong session, good session. Like, I definitely will say I'm not like say the first few weeks of this, obviously, like, kind of adapted training block, I was like flying. Like, my progressions were crazy. I was adding like reps on reps on reps every single week. I'm still progressing, but it might be like a rep, you know, or like a micro load. But I think it's so important to remember, like, that's still progress. And especially when it comes to building muscle, yes, greater strength is going to correlate to more muscle, but it's not necessarily going to cause more muscle. What's going to cause more muscle is just exposing your body to greater amounts of tension within a certain proximity of failure over time. And something I always say to clients, like, your body doesn't know that, like, last week you did 30 kilos for 10 reps and this week you did 30 kilos for 10 reps. It only knows that it has been exposed to a stimulus and then been taken to failure. So it is normal, like, the first few weeks of that training block, you're going to have crazy strength increases, right? And then as you just get better and more proficient at the movements, it is going to slow down. As long as, like, not even week to week, but like maybe every 2, every 3 weeks, you are seeing those numbers trend up, you are heading in the right direction. And as long as you know your form is really good and you're actually taking the set all the way there, like, I finally progressed the hyperextension. I've been doing the 12.5 kilos on that for weeks and weeks. Finally I did 15 today, and like, I finally feel like I have my form, I'm not going to say nailed, but it's a lot better because I actually know what I'm doing now, right? And yeah, it was just good. It was a strong session. Also, I feel low-key very, very validated. First of all, I was getting warmed up and I bumped into a girl who I saw, the last time I saw her in person was, I was like a week post show, and like she said to me, she was like, oh my god, she was like, you look so good, like, you look like really, like, healthy and like really beautiful. She was like, not that you didn't look good before, but like, you look like you're glowing now. And I was like, oh my god, like, I don't know, obviously I still get in my head about how I look, so it was just really kind for her to say that. And then this other dude was in there, you know, when you see a dude big, like, gasp t-shirt on, you're like, he knows what he's talking about. And I needed to work in on the leg extension, and he came up to me and he was like, oh, so you're competing? And I was like, I did compete a few months ago. And he was like, yeah, so you're competing? And I was like, oh my god, I must not look like a total melted welly yet. Like, I still look like a bodybuilder, so I feel a lot better. Honestly, you never know what, like, saying something to a stranger can do to their day. And yeah, that session was like low-key fueled by, I was like on the way to the gym and I just remembered, like, all I could hear was Steve Weinberger saying to me, on another day it would have gone your way. And I was like, I actually just can't let that happen again. I can't let that happen again. So it just got me like, okay, you fucking have to make the most of it here. Because yeah, I've noticed, like, the last little while, and I am very, like, self-critical of myself anyway, but I did, like, I keep being like, oh, like, it was just like a fluke this year, like, I'm not actually that good, like, I'm actually pretty shit. And to be fair, I do think I'm kind of shit, but I'm very bad for, like, downplaying achievements, you know? Like, even Christian was like, we were so fucking close this year, like, to a pro card, and I'm like, oh, yeah, but like, it was kind of an accident. So I really, like, I'm so bad at that. I've done it all my fucking life, even when it comes to like university, like, getting really good results there. I was always just like, oh, it's just a fluke. Like, I just fluked my way to first in my class. So it's something I must get better at. I must explore through therapy why I'm like that. But yeah, I don't know, sometimes I just get, like, I obviously don't do this just for, like, placings and results, and I don't think you should bodybuild for that, but, like, I still think when you have a strong goal, sometimes when you reflect on that, you're like, okay, shit, like, what I'm doing today is going to literally account and accumulate for what I achieve in 2 years' time. If that's not motivating, I don't know what is. And, like, every session counts, and I do still feel that way. Like, there's so much urgency still. Like, literally, I have like 8 weeks of training before my surgery, so it's on. Anyway, I don't know, this YouTube is my personal diary, you know how it is. I'm gonna head to the shop now because we need some food, and then I will be home and I will have my post-workout meal. Okay, I clearly washed my hair. It's not just disgusting and greasy. Like I said, I'm getting it done on Saturday, but I was like, I'm not waiting until Saturday with like rotten, disgusting hair. And then I've just been at the desk just working. Shock horror, but I've just made my third meal. So before, this was like steak and rice, and honestly, like eating such a big meal in the middle of the day, I was always like, oh, I'm so full. So I'm actually really glad that it's smaller now. So I have 3 wraps, got some salsa, I got some avocado, well, I got some guac, because honestly, I can't be fucked buying avocados and doing it myself. And this is like, it's 95% avocado, so, you know, there's a little bit of something else. It's like salt, dried onions, jalapenos, bit of sugar, and antioxidants. The macros are basically the exact same as just raw avocado, and I'm lazy, so I put this on. Y'all, if y'all been following me for a while, you know I love the like barbecue sauce almond butter combo with this, but I'm also having potatoes for dinner, and I love the barbecue sauce almond butter combo and the potatoes, so I think I'm gonna have more potatoes instead. So I'm gonna enjoy these, and then it will be back to work. I have some like organizing bits to do for the group shoot, which I won't show you guys because I know my clients watch these videos and I don't want them to see what it is. So that's what I will be doing for the rest of the day. Samson is barking. Lovely all day. Okay, I have to say, they absolutely slapped. I really enjoyed those. Also, guys, I've just seen Francielli is out of the Olympia. Oh my goodness, that's actually crazy. Although, I mean, to be fair, I can't say I blame her. Like 5 years in a row of doing the Olympia. I honestly don't know how some of these pros compete like twice a year, every year. Like how? How are you able to do that? I mean, fair play. But yeah, it does make it very exciting. I'm going to give my predictions for the top 5 of the Olympia this year, okay? 1, Eduarda. I don't think anyone can beat her. I thought she was going to win anyway. Even if Francielli did it, I thought Eduarda was going to win. I think it's going to be Eduarda, Isa, Ryan, because Ryan at the fucking... was it the Sin City, and then she did the Heart of Texas, was that the one that she did the weekend? I can't remember, but like, oh my god, she has, like, I already thought she was incredible, but like, she's actually refined her physique so much. Love her. I think she'll be 3rd. I love Giselle. I'm always a big Giselle Machado fan because she's tall, and I love a tall girly because I'm 5'6". Not that I look anything like Giselle Machado, but when you see someone who's like your height doing wellness, you're like, okay, it's not out of the question. And then they always like Elisa Alcantara. I don't like her physique, if I'm being very honest. I don't get why she's always placing so well, but I feel like because she always does place well, she'll probably be in the top 5. Other people I'd love to see in the mix, Lisa Maswinkle. She is just a fucking pocket rocket. She is incredible. Who else? Those are kind of like the heavy hitters, I feel like, in wellness. I'm trying to think, who else is like even qualified? I know Taff qualified. Honestly, like, I just think she's so big that I kind of don't want them to like her because she's just so massive. Yeah, I feel like that's the big ones. I'd love to hear your guys' predictions. Maybe I'll do like with Shane predictions for all the classes, because I've said it before, I think I said it last week's podcast, I think that the Olympia is going to be so insane this year. Especially like, oh my god, we watched the Italy Pro the weekend. Is winning. Crazy. So yeah, it's gonna be unreal. I'm actually at a show that weekend, the NPW Classic, but the Friday I will be with my client checking her in and like just keeping an eye on her, and then watching the Olympia. And then the Saturday she's on in the morning, I will be watching the Olympia for the rest of the day. But yeah, let me know who you think is gonna, like, who's taking the fucking Olympia title. I think it's gonna be Eduarda. I don't see anyone beating her. She is perfection. Anyway, back to work now. I'm very satisfied after my meal. It's like a nice level of full. Alright, we're just back from our evening walk. So my dinner was same as it usually is. Potatoes, chicken, almond butter, veggies, you know the fucking drill. And then my last meal is my yogurt bowl, but I've just taken away the granola. So just Greek yogurt, strawberries, and peanut butter, which is still real delicious. So yeah, I haven't really noticed like eating less today, which is good. And like I said earlier, if anything, it kind of feels a bit nice to just not be as full. So I'm kind of interested. I mean, part of me is like, watch my weight go up, like honestly. But we'll see, okay? So I'm gonna wrap up this part of the video here. I don't know how much I will film tomorrow. We'll see. Again, I don't know. Like tomorrow I'm just training, so you guys kind of like know what that's all about, but I'm sure I'll pick you guys up at some point, or maybe take you through my morning. Who knows? We do have a lesson with Samson, so maybe I'll bring you guys along for that. So I'll catch you tomorrow. Alright guys, happy Saturday. I did not vlog anything yesterday because I just didn't really have anything to vlog. It was very much the same as Thursday. I ate, I trained, I worked. That was really it. There wasn't like, do you know what I mean? There was just no point to me like walking you through my day when it looked exactly the same as the day before. But obviously today is Saturday. It's a rest day. I have a couple of things on. So first things first order of business of the day. I don't know if you can see that, but I've just gotten my bloods done. So it's just 8 a.m. So blood work, that's the first set of bloods that I've gotten since I competed, since the middle of my prep. Obviously I was planning to get them done a few weeks ago. I would have got them done about like 6 to 8 weeks post show, but then I went to Ibiza that week, and then Christian was like, let's just give it a week for your body to come back to normal after that. And then I got my period like literally like the fucking day that I was supposed to get my bloods done, or like very much that week. So I decided I'd wait until 3 weeks after my period. So I obviously got my period 3 weeks ago tomorrow. So today is day 21 of my cycle. And this is just really important to remember. Girly pops, anyone who has, if you're getting blood work done and you have like a natural cycle, obviously this doesn't apply if you're on any form of hormonal birth control because your hormones are suppressed anyway. But if you have a natural cycle, you ideally always want to get your bloods done day 21 of your period / 7 days before you bleed. So obviously that might not be day 21 now. I don't know for a fact that I'm going to get my period in 7 days time. Obviously because that was my first one. And like generally what I see when girls get their periods back after a bit of time is it does take a little bit of time to get closer and closer to that like regular 28-day cycle. But because I don't know for certain, I decided to get them done now. I will say I do think I either over the last day or two ovulated, or I'm starting to become a little bit luteal, mostly based on like sleep, because my sleep had been really, really good. And then the last 2 or 3 nights, it hasn't been bad, but I've been waking up a lot earlier. Like I woke up this morning at like 4:30 and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And just a lot more restless, a lot hotter at night. My body temperature has increased. I can see that on my Oura ring, and my resting heart rate has gone up. So those couple of things, I'm like, I feel like probably I'm going to get my period maybe in like a couple of days, or else I was just ovulating, and then obviously I won't know, because I can always see the trends. Like I can see like what my body temperature did right before I got my last period. It's kind of doing that now. So we'll just have to like wait and see. But either way, always good to get. I mean, you need to get your blood work done, especially. I mean, I think any bodybuilder, anyone who's competing should, but especially if you're an assisted athlete. I need to make sure like my testosterone is still in range, obviously, because I do use TRT and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really handy in Spain. You can just like do it online. I will say, so the place I go to, it used to be called Sin Lab, and you just like book the appointment and go in and pay for the bloods on the day, and it was like, for everything I would get, it would be like €170, but it's changed to a company called Eurofins. So I did like pay online for the test, and it was like 280. So it is more expensive now, but I have to pay for it. Like I'm not getting my blood work done, and I like to get everything checked and everything tested. So I kind of get like the full hormonal panel, full complete metabolic panel, blood counts, all that sort of stuff. So maybe when I do get my results, I might like sit down and go through them with you guys next week and just chat about them. But yeah, just reminded to get your blood work done. Anyway, I'm going to head home now. We'll go on a little walkie poo with our son, and I'm getting my hair done today because, I mean, to be fair, it looks fine to you guys, but you can see the ends are just like, so a little glow up before all my travel starts so that I don't feel like a complete toe while I'm on the road, I took my check-in pictures this morning, and when I took my check-in pictures last week, I cried. Like, fuck. I know that's so pathetic, but like, I was just like, what the fuck? So actually today I was like, oh, they're actually not that bad. So I think I am like just getting used to it. Like I kind of knew what to expect. So that's good, No real other updates, really. yeah. But I feel wrecked today. I really, again, like last Saturday, I need this fucking rest day. Like, my body is tired, my body is sore. I would go and sauna, but I can't because I got a facial last night, and you can't sauna for like 24 to 48 hours, and I don't want to do anything to fuck up my skin any more than it already is. I got another peel. I'm so excited for the wet temperature to get lower, because I know the reason my skin is bad is just because of the heat and the sweat, and like I'm so diligent with like always washing my face, but it's just, you know, but it was way worse last year. That's what I remind myself, is like last year it was so much worse, and I know over the coming months it's going to get better. And once it's perfect, I mean, perfect for my wedding, I mean, like, I'm going to have a makeup artist do my makeup anyway. Anyway, I'm just chatting shit now. Right, I'm going to head home, and I'll catch you guys later at some point. All right, I've just spent the last few hours doing stuff for the Marbella shoot. Again, I can't show it. I don't want to show what it is because I know my clients watch these videos and I want everything to be a surprise. So that was literally the last few hours, and I'm just like, you know, when you've been like just engrossed in a task for a while and then you're like, ooh. But I'm just having my lunch, which is of course a stir fry. And then I'm gonna go and get my hair done, and I'm so fucking excited for just fresh, dark colour. It always feels so good, you know? It's like freshly blow dried, everything like that. It's at 1:30, so I don't need to like bring any food with me. The joy of not being blonde anymore. Because I was never blonde when I had a YouTube, but I was blonde for years. Fucking getting your hair done when you're blonde, it's like a 6-hour thing. So in and out, quick, efficient. So I will catch you guys there, and I think we're gonna do another little homemade date night thing later. So we're in our home cooked off plan era, clearly. All right, hair is done. Fresh, she's dark. I love it. It's actually like a good bit later. It's like just gone 6 o'clock. I still have like the little mark for the dye. I'm gonna have to wash that out. But we were gonna do like homemade fajitas, but then I was like, hey, there's like a tiny Mexican restaurant right around the corner from my house. It's like literally a minute away, and we always go by it and are like, we should go there sometime. And I was like, why don't we just go there and get food? Because I'm honestly just not really in the mood to cook for once. Just so it's always just been something that we've like wanted to try. I'm a little slut for some good tacos. We actually went to Tulum last year in January. We went for Afterlife Festival for Shane's 30th, and I think we did like 30 plus tacos across the week. Not going to do that tonight. I'm not even that hungry, but I'm just enjoy, like, looking forward to it. It's also like, this will be our last little date night for a while, because as we all know, I have a lot of travel coming up. So yeah, and the rest of the day I've just been super busy again. I've literally just been in full organizer mode for the group shoot. So tomorrow I need to pack. That's like my mission tomorrow, is like just got all my packing done for next weekend, and then also for the week after, because I literally come back Monday, straight back into it on Tuesday. So it's all gonna be pretty mental, but still so excited. Abby and Gabby went and got their bikinis today, so they sent me pictures of them like in that studio. Also, guys, I actually don't think I mentioned that on here. Completely forgot to say, I am officially a Time to Shine bikinis sponsored athlete. We announced it on my Instagram, on Nat's Instagram, like 2 weeks ago now. So yeah, she reached out to me a while back and was like, oh, I'd love to have you on the team. Obviously I wore her bikinis this year and it was a complete no-brainer. And yeah, I'm just so like little old me has a bikini sponsor. Like, what? Literally, I'm just a girl. So yeah, I'm already so excited for my next season. Was already talking to her about like some of the ideas I have for what I want to do. But anyway, we're gonna head to the restaurant. I will catch you guys there for some tortillas, some tacos, maybe some chips and guac. We'll see.
Very good.
I've never had a wing like that.
called it? Salsa?
Like salsa. We got some al pastor tacos. Personal fave. Should have fucking asked for no coriander.
Cilantro, babe.
Some other type of taco. And then we have fajitas. All right, so dinner was lovely. Just simple, you know, some tacos, little fajitas. Of course, when we ordered, the lady was like, "That's too much food." And we were like, "Trust me, it's not. Like, it's not too much food." And obviously, we finished it all. Well, Shane finished it all. It's just funny, like, people's perception of like what a lot of food is. Because, like, obviously as bodybuilders, like, we do eat a lot, you know. It was just funny. I was just looking at her like, trust me, like, challenge accepted. So yeah, I'm just like decently full. Didn't really like overeat much. Well, I didn't overeat at all. And now we are just out on a walk with Samson to finish off our snacks for the evening. And to be honest, I'm just gonna like go home, chill for a bit and head to bed. Like, it's funny, normally I'm like, I need something sweet before I go to bed, but I just don't feel the need to have anything sweet. Like, I know I will have roughly hit my calories, maybe like a tiny bit over. Definitely have hit my protein. Like, normally I would have a creamy for my last meal, and I did prepare one earlier, but honestly I think if I had a creamy I would then be too full, and I don't want to go to bed stuff-a-roonied. There was loads of chicken and pork and stuff like that, so yeah, protein's definitely been ticked off, calories have been ticked off, and I'm just excited to go to bed and hopefully have a better night's sleep than I've had over the last few nights. Will be interesting to see what happens, like, cycle wise over the next week or two. And I'm just going to wrap up the video here. I feel like, I know I always this has been a boring video, but like, this has definitely been a bit of a shorter one, but it's just the week that's been in it. Obviously next week's videos, it's all going to start to get a lot more exciting, because next Friday I go to Birmingham, till Monday I fly home, Tuesday check into the villa for the Marbella group shoot. So of course I'm going to take you guys along for all of that, and I am so excited. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to subscribe, give it a like, give it a comment, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.